back to my channel. My name is Madeline and today we're doing a reformer workout. We don't need any bits of equipment except for the reformer itself. I'm getting started on one medium spring on my Marathon. That's a blue spring. And when you're ready, let's get straight in. So I'm going to be facing the back of my machine. My legs are long over my headrest and I'm about 2 hands distance from the edge of my carriage. So I'm crossing my legs one over the other. If your legs are quite thin and you can fit them next to each other, that's fine. For me, I'm crossing them over. I'm going to take my smaller loops into my hands, take them across my palms, take the knuckles together, and first of all, I'm just going to lengthen that spine. Sit up nice and tall. I'm gently squeezing my legs together, but equally pressing into the shoulder block. So I feel kind of supported here. I want to imagine my sits bones rooting down into my carriage, the crown of the head lengthening up to the sky, shoulders are heavy. Starting with that little rib to hip connection, belly button gently drawing in so we feel all of that lovely support. Keeping the chest nice and open. I'm going to keep the hands as they are. So the arms are my passengers here. I take a deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, pursing the lips, finding my C curve half roll back. Now you can see my chest is staying lifted. That curve is coming from my lumbar spine, my low back, and my pelvis tilting. Slowly unravel that spine to sit up nice and tall again. Exhale, scoop the belly button in. I roll it back. And unravel to lift all the way back up. Now that medium spring isn't doing too much to help you roll back up. If it feels a little bit too challenging, add on your light spring as well. So you could be on one medium and one light. You roll it back. You unravel to lift up. And we keep going like this, using that strong breath. Yes, gently supporting ourselves with the strength of our legs as well. And thinking about rolling down vertebra by vertebra. And then unraveling to lift back upright. Warming up through the spine, through the core. As you're coming back, I want you to think about that low back drawing towards the carriage. And then unraveling to stand up tall. Sit up tall rather. We'll do 3 more. Scoop it back. Lift it up. Last 2, roll it back. Lift it up, keep those shoulders heavy. Last 1, let's roll it back and hold. Keep pulling the belly button in, so really think tucking tail. I start to rotate over to the left, through center, over to the right. Through center, over to the left, and over to the right. So you can see my carriage is not moving. And keeping that C curve through my spine and finding that gentle rotation side to side. Maybe trying to tap one elbow to the carriage each time. Exhaling to twist. Exhaling to twist. Beautiful. Keep those legs squeezed, that belly button drawing in. We will reset in 5. In 4, nice and slow. 3, keep those hips still. 2. 1, come through center, roll all the way up. Take a breath in to prepare. Switch the legs over if you have them crossed just to even out those hips. Lengthen the spine. Same thing to start. Exhale, belly button scoops in, roll it back. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. Through center and roll it up. So we're combining the movements. Exhale, take it back. We twist. Twist. Through center, roll it up. Nice, so not using any momentum here. Twist, twist, through center, roll it up. So good for getting those deep layers of core. And roll it up. Arms are staying strong. Make sure you're really lengthening that spine at the top every time. Roll it up. We'll do 3 more and then we'll add on again. Remember that you are in control of your range. You don't have to roll back very far to feel this one. Just make sure that the shoulders aren't really rounding. So we always want to keep that nice broad chest. Last one, let's roll it back, hold. Twist to the left, hold. Can you open the arms? Take the knuckles back together, twist over to the right. Open the arms. Knuckles back together through center. Roll it up. Continue like that. Exhale, roll it back. To the left. We open the arms. Carriage stays still. Knuckles together. Twist over to the right. Find that control. Open. Through. Back through center. Roll it up. We'll do 5 more like that. Keep that same steady pace. Scoop it back. Twist. Open. Knuckles together. Over to the right. Yes. Open. Knuckles together through center. Roll it up. Last 4. I'm feeling that core already. I love starting with core activation because then you feel your abdominals working through the rest of class. Really great way to start to connect to the breath as well. So you're using that exhale to scoop in the sides of the waist, to draw the belly button in, to draw the rib cage down. 2 more like that. Twist. Open. And twist. Open. Keep those legs super still. Last time, roll it back. We twist. Open. Close. Twist. Open. Close. Come through center and hold. Keep that curve through the spine. Keep the shoulders drawing back. Holding for 5, for 4, for 3. Last 2. And 1. Roll all the way up. Woo. Place those loops down for a moment. You can take the feet to opposite side of the carriage and reach the hands to the railing. Head can drop down. Take a little stretch here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. You can keep the right hand down. Open the left arm up towards the sky. Take a little twist. And then left hand down. Open out that right arm. And take it back down. Beautiful. All right. Come on up to stand. Now we're going to stay facing this direction. I'm going to add on a spring. So I'm going to swap to a red spring. I'm going to be on 1 heavy spring for this. If you're already on a blue and a white, you could stay there. Otherwise, I'm on 1 heavy spring. My heels are turned slightly in. My toes are pointed slightly out. And I'm going to take the loops into my hands. So I'm facing my poles at the end of my machine. My bum is quite close to my foot bar. I'm going to sink down into my sumo squat. So think tail tucks, I'm sinking down. Hold at the bottom. Palms face up as I row the elbows back. Gently release. And then I stand. So it's 2 separate movements. Sink down into your squat. Row the arms in. Release. And stand. Now I want you to find more of a plie squat here. So I'm thinking about the head, the shoulders, the hips, all in one line, keeping a little tuck of the tail. The knees are nice and open at the bottom of that squat. I probably could use grip socks here. My feet are a little bit slippery on this wooden floor. I swear I have a drawer full of grip socks and I always forget them. Sink it down, row it in, release, and stand. Yes. Keep it going nice and slow. I want you to really keep that core active. Shoulder blades drawing together, squeezing the glutes at the top. So we're starting to think about the posterior chain, so the muscles that support your spine down the back body. Beautiful, keeping the chin lifted, the head lifted. And if you want to make it a little bit heavier, just take a few steps back towards your foot bar. If you want to make it a little bit lighter, you could walk closer to the poles. Small loops are always there for a heavier option as well. Nice. Feeling the inner thighs a little bit here too. So we warmed up the core. Now we're warming up the legs and the upper body. Let's go for 6. We'll hold it low. In 5. In 4. 3. 2. Here we go on 1. Hold it low. Just the arms. Row. Release. Row. Release. So you can see my shoulders aren't lifting. Thinking about the shoulder blades drawing together. Those elbows drawing back. I'm taking that little reverse of the palms. keeping those hips nice and low while I am feeling my legs already. Open the knees a little bit wider, sink down a little bit lower. You're here for 5. We're going to stay low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms in. Pulse the legs down and up, down and up, down and up. You got it. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it low on 1. Again, just those arms. You can. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hold, pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up. Woo. Place those loops back on your stocks. Again, you can take the right hand down, bend into the right knee. Open that left arm up towards the sky. And then switch. Bending into the left. Reach the right arm up. And take it back down. Okay. Kneeling down onto your carriage now. I'm going to stay on that heavy spring, my 1 red. Feel free to swap back to a blue, a medium. For a little bit lighter, we are going to be taking the left loop into your left hand. When I'm reverse facing, the left and rights just go out the window, drawing it down, and I'm looping my left foot. So from here, I'm going to shuffle myself back. I'm going to see how I get on a heavy spring. I'm already feeling my legs. You're taking the right forearm across the carriage just in front of your shoulder blocks. The left hand finds the shoulder block on the left-hand side. Knees are just about under the hips, so if you're tall like me, that means they're probably closer to the springs. Find that neutral spine, so belly button scooping in. And I'm going to start by flexing that left foot, just opening into a hydrant, and then closing back down, knee towards knee. I'm going to open and close. Now, really tempting to lean all the way over to the right-hand side. Of course, we're going to lean a little bit, but I want you to think about keeping the weight in the center of the carriage. Your carriage is pretty much staying still here as you maintain the same tension through that left leg the whole time. Feeling my obliques here as well. Shoulders are nice and strong, staying away from the ears. Yes, thinking about lifting from the hip and the knee rather than leading the way with that foot. So we're opening and closing from that hip joint. We're going to keep it open. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go on 1. Keep it open. Start to press that foot towards that foot bar. Woo, heavy spring. Slowly draw that knee back in. Exhale, press. Slowly draw back in. Now that rope is staying pretty much under my knee the whole time because I'm keeping that kneecap open to that left-hand side. We're going to go for 6 more. Yes. 5. Really find that slow, controlled press. 4. Pressing all the way every time. 3. 2. 1. Press and hold. Gently point the toes. Start to bring the foot down to the outside of the carriage. Toe maybe taps the floor. Exhale, sweep it up. Woo! We drift it down with control. Exhale, sweep it up. So I'm keeping all of that length through my body, making sure my pelvis isn't shifting around. I have a slight external rotation through that hip still. I'm going to go for 5 more. I am dying. Last 4. 3. 2. On 1, press it up. Here we go. We're holding it lifted, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close it down. Woo. Come on down to your right hip. Not quite done. Place that rope between your knees. Oh my God. I'm going to take my right forearm over my headrest just because I'm a little bit taller, and then the rope is between my knees. So you could lay all the way down if that feels better for your neck. Otherwise, I'm going to keep it lifted. My hips are in line with my right elbow, so There's about a hand's distance from the edge of my bum to the edge of the carriage. Making sure those knees are in line with your hips and not all the way up towards your chest, right? So my shins are just about in line with my railing. Both feet are flexed. Waist is lifted. Shoulders are stacked. That left hand is still on that shoulder block. A lot of setup, I know. But if you're not in the right place, you're not working the right muscles, right? So I'm going to start with that open and that close. So like I just did, carriage stay still, working that abductor, making sure I'm maintaining that same tension through my left foot. My right leg is pretty much just hanging out down on that railing. Keep pressing both hips forward. Corset is nice and active here as well. We're going to come through a very similar series. We're going to go for 4, 3, 2. It looks so easy, but it is not. Last one, hold, press, and bend. Exhale, press, and bend. Beautiful. Exhale, press, and bend. So keeping that side body lifted, even if you're laying down. And if your neck is feeling sore, you can look down towards your headrest. My carriage is a little bit squeaky today, and I'm sure my mic is picking it up, so I'm sorry. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2. We press and hold on 1. Start to sweep the leg forward. Oh my God, sweep it back in line with the hip. We sweep it forward. We sweep it back. That heavy spring, no joke. Leg is just slightly higher than your foot bar. We're gonna go for 5 more. If I can, last 4, 3. We're going to press and hold in 2. Last one, sweep it back in line with that foot bar and hold, lift it up 1 more inch, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my God, close it down. Tap it out. Good job, glutes. Well done. We're going to take that loop off of your foot. You'll be glad to know. Place it down on that shoulder block and come on up. Now I'm going to step forward off of my carriage and turn to face my foot bar. Now, unfortunately, that left glute is not quite done. I'm going to take my feet towards the top of my carriage. Heels are together, toes are apart, taking my hands to my hips. Now my weight is staying in that working leg, in that left leg. My right leg is coming back to find my shoulder block. So we're going to take a little curtsy lunge here. When you're ready, keep that core active. We're going to press into that shoulder block as you bend that left knee. Come on down. Exhale, press through that left heel. Come back up. If you're a little bit taller like myself, you may need to come a little bit further forward. We sink it down. We press it up. Yes, so we're really doing abductor day. Outer glute on fire. Sink it down. Press back up. Feels so good in a weird, sadistic way. Ooh, making sure that left knee is opening in line with the left toes. And keep my hands on my hips here. But you can also take the hands behind that for a little bit more of a challenge for that core. Just make sure the ribcage stays closed. So we're thinking more about that front leg. Hard not to think about it really after all of that side lying, but it's less about that back leg pressing, more about that front leg sinking down. Taking that little tip forward. We're going to go for 6. We're holding low in 5. 4. Ooh. Last 3. 2. On 1, hold it low, hips are back, chest is leaning forward, back knee pulls in. Oh my God, press it out. Draw it in, press it out. So your legs are almost making this diamond shape as that back knee pulls in. That left knee is open towards your springs. We're here for 6. 5. I'm like taking my hand to that glute, making sure it's still there. Feels like it fell off. Last 4. 3, 2. We have a hold on 1. Press it back, hold. Sink down 1 more inch. Reach those arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it in. Come on down. And come to sit on your carriage. Shuffle yourself slightly back. Hips are quite close to your shoulder blocks. We're taking the loops. We're going to give those glutes a little bit of a break. You can take the larger or the smaller loops here. I'm still on that heavy spring. God help me. So I'm taking the large loops, giving myself a bit of a break. But you could take the small ones for that extra challenge. Corset is tight. Arms are nice and wide. Lengthen the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms up. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, sweep them up. And lower down. Nice and simple, right? It's just finding the offering. Slowing down the breath. Of course, we'll add on, but enjoy this now. We're here for 3. 4, 2. On 1, lift, hold, bend the elbows, palms face up, and press back forward. We draw it, and press back forward. Yeah, so core is super important here, even if it doesn't feel like it's working. It's really working to stabilize you, making sure we're not just swinging back and forth. I'm gonna add on, taking a little lean forward. As I press the hands, I'm gonna press the hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Hips draw back slowly, elbows draw in. I don't sit down, I press back up. And draw back. Press back up. And draw it back. So you're finding that hinge, that kind of hip thrust movement through the hips. Keeping a little bend through the elbows even as you press forward, making sure we don't hyperextend. Should feel those biceps working. If you're really feeling your wrists, make little cups with the hands, like me, so that you're not pressing the wrist forward. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hold and lifted, just those arms bent. Press, lock in that core bend. Press, shoulders are back, bent. Press, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, take it all the way in, lower all the way down, flip the palms, lean it forward, elbows are wide, hands are wide, press it forward, open those elbows wide, chest pressed, and open. You can float the bum off of the heels, increase that challenge. We're just here for 6, short and sweet. 5, chin is tucked. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it all the way down. Place those loops down. You can roll the shoulders out. So good for those shoulders. Take a little twist side to side if that feels good. I like to interlace the hands. Take that little stretch through the chest. And then gently release. We're going to turn ourselves around facing the back of the machine. Again, now before we come through that other leg, we're going to keep the knees right against those shoulder blocks. Take the hands to the railings. Belly button scoops in and up. So you're thinking more cat rather than cow. Rib cage is closed. Waist is lifted. And I'm walking my hands about halfway or a little bit further up my railings. Pull the abdominals in and use your arms to pull yourself off that stopper. Woo, red spring heavy. Now I'm going to tuck my knees in and release an inch. I tuck it in, release an inch. So my shoulders are staying where they are. I'm thinking about a reverse crunch. Knees tuck, tail turns towards the floor, right? So I'm thinking tailbone faces the foot bar, and then tailbone points to the floor. Really finding that curve through that low back. Not here for long. Walk yourself closer to that foot bar if you need. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it back. Take that child's pose, shell stretch, and roll yourself up. Let's do that other side. I always feel like I should spin my reformer around at this point, but I'll just be facing away from the camera. You know where we're going. We're going to take that right, loop into our right hand, draw it down, loop that right foot. Make sure you're still on the same spring you were for the first leg, so I am still on that heavy spring. We're going to take ourselves down, shuffling our knees back, back, back. Left forearm just in front of those shoulder blocks. Right hand to that shoulder block, and I'm thinking about opening the chest to the side, stacking the hips, curling in through those lower abs, and keeping that same tension. Try to keep your carriage still as you start to find that hydrant. So open and lower, lift and lower. So I'm trying my darndest to not lean too far into that left side. Oh my God, second side always feels so much harder, but we are okay. We can do it. Yes. Find that breath. Shoulders are strong. Woo. We're gonna hold it lifted in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it lifted. Press and bend it back in. Exhale, press and bend it back in. Keep that kneecap lifted so that rope isn't creeping above it. That opening is from the hip, not from the foot. You're here for 6. Oh my God, we hold it long. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and a hold. Start to bring the toe down to the floor. Exhale, sweep it up. Drift it down. Sweep it up. Still think external rotation. Hips and shoulders are stacked. You're here for 6, 5. We find that hold. In 4. Keep the spine long. 3, 2, 1. Press and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. Oh my God. Come on down to that left hip. So again, I'm taking my left elbow to my headrest, making sure my hips are down the carriage. There's that hands distance behind my bum. The rope is between my knees. My feet and shins are on the railing. Again, you can come all the way down here, laying yourself all the way down. I'm going to stay lifted, lifting that side body. I want to make sure I'm not leaning back. I'm keeping those hips stacked. From here, I'm finding that same hydrant. Here we go. We open, close, open, close. Yes. So think about really maintaining that same tension in that strap. You're opening from that hip and closing down. So that whole leg opens, closes. It has really nothing to do with that ankle. Yes, keeping that core nice and active. Oh my God, it is so difficult when you really think about just that muscle working. We're going to keep it lifted in 5, 4. We are going to be so strong. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold, press, and slowly bend. Keep that knee lifted, press, and bend. Again, you can look down towards your headrest. If that neck is feeling a little bit sore at this point. We're here for 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, hold. So weep the leg forward. So weep it back with that squeeze. Yes, drift it forward. So weep it back. Try to keep the rest of the body really active. So tempting to lean on those shoulder blocks. We're here for another 5. That's all I got. 4. Oh, we're gonna hold in 3, in 2. Last one, sweep it back, hold. Lift it up 1 more inch, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close it down. Pop it out. Remove that strap. And place it down. You're gonna come on up to stand. Oh my god. Let's even it out. So we're gonna take the feet into that little Pilates feet towards the top of your couch. Hands can find the hips. Shoulders are heavy. We got it. We're gonna take that left foot back. Maintain that half V shape with the foot on the floor. And bending into that right knee, press the couch all the way out, long line. Woo, and then slowly press back up. I really feel that glute working. I want you to take it slow, slower than you want to. Find that little pause at the bottom, pressing against that heavy tension. Oh my god, my right leg is so much weaker, or less strong rather, than my left. You probably are the opposite. Most people find their left leg to be a little bit tougher, but my right side is feeling this already. Yes. Again, you can take the hands behind the head. If you did so on the first side, just watching that right knee. It's tracking in line with those right toes. We're here for 6. We're gonna hold it though. In 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hold it low. Back knee in. Presses out. In and out. Can you sink lower? Pull the belly button in. Open that right knee more. Yes. You're here for 6. You're finding that diamond shape as that back knee pulls in. Stretching through that hamstring and glutes. Last 4. We hold it back in 3. In 2. On 1, hold it back. Reach those arms. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it in. Stay facing forward. We're going to swap onto a lighter spring. So I'm swapping back onto my medium. Your more challenging option would be 1 light spring here. I'm lowering my foot bar all the way down. Finishing with a little bit of an upper body and core series. So hopefully you can't hear the tractor that is driving past my house right now, but I'm going to take my hands to my foot bar, my elbows down onto my platform, and my toes are tucked against my shoulder blocks. Keeping that belly button scooping in, I'm going to nudge the knees back to find my half plank. So rather than here, I'm tucking under, squeezing the butt. Thanks. Now from here, I just press myself back an inch, forward an inch, back an inch, forward an inch. I'm going to add on, but this is your base. If your spring tension feels too challenging or too easy, you can swap it. We're adding on in 4, 3, 2, 1. You come forward, press yourself up onto your palms. Keep the glutes active, still holding that half plank. Press yourself back, drop the elbows. You press up, lift up, press yourself back, and drop. So we keep going. Keep drawing those elbows towards one another. Neck stays long for more of a challenge. Toes are on top of your shoulder blocks. Taking out a little bit more of that support. Yes. Oh my God. Think about passing up onto both palms at the same time. Drawing them towards one another so they're not splaying out. Think tricep press up. Let's get 6 more. We'll stay down in 5, 4, 3, 2, Oh, 1. Keep it down. Retuck those toes. Pull belly button in. Flip the knees. Yes. Start to lift the hips up. Find your pike. Back down into your plank. Exhale up into your pike. Down into your plank. This is your final push. We're going to go for 8. 7. You got it. 6. Last 5. You can. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. Find your plank. Hold just for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Press against that platform. Open the knees. Find that puppy pose. Find that stretch. Deep breath in. Round to roll all the way up. Come down to sit on your carriage. You can face one side so the feet are on the floor. We'll take the left ankle over that right knee. Find that figure 4 stretch. Maybe press yourself up. Open out through that hip, through that abductor that did so much work. Gently release, switch it over. Right ankle. Oh, that feels crunchy. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in and exhale out. You guys are all done. Thank you so much for joining me again on my channel. Thanks so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.